you. Okay. All right. Is he rolling? Is it good? All right. Aunt, you good? You guys are good? About to get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Africatown Center for Education and Innovation's 2022 Black Graduation. So give it up for yourselves. I know you guys can make some more noise than that. We got some excellent scholars in the building today. We're going to be honoring them as they take the next reins and where they go, if that's, middle school, high school, college, or into the work field. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ms. Mara Palmer, the Africatown Center for Education and Innovation president. Make sure you make some noise for her.
Thank you so much. Yes, this is the 2022 Black Graduation Celebration, and I want to personally thank each and every one of you that chose to be here today. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with us. And this is really near and dear to my heart because I am a product of this community. I love Seattle. I am a native, and this city has meant so much. It's offered so much to me and my upbringing that I'm able to take the torch and hopefully pass it on to the young people in the room. I see some alumni of previous Young Genius and Black graduation cohorts, so thank you so much for the work that you're doing in the community, and this is exactly what it's all about. It's about giving back and knowing your rightful place. The village is here for you. Everyone that you see here today is willing and able to provide love, all right? Thank you so much. We will begin our program with our first speaker, and I welcome Mr. Fanico Glover back up to introduce him. Thank you again.
Ms. Mara, you know you're speeding past the agenda, right? We gotta do libation. I know, but all right. Oh yeah, sorry. Let me fast forward, bounce back real quick. I didn't even introduce myself. So yeah, my name is Fanico Glover Jr. So hi. I'm happy to be here with y'all. And we're about to go ahead and do some libations. Before we start anything, we gotta give praise and glory to the ancestors that let us sit here. Let us hear. They built this country. They built the way that our community goes together, the way that we can think, we can move together, communal effort. So we want to go ahead and honor the lost lives of our ancestors that we continue to push forward. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Tarasha Thomas.
Greetings, my village. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to see all these brown faces in the audience today. I'm excited. You guys give me joy, just like the sun. So as Nico said, I'm going to do libations. I'm going to ask my niece Keisha to come up. Say hi. So for those of us who may be new to libation, it is about water itself has no enemies. It brings life to many, many things. 70% of the planet is water, which is 70% of us. That is how we know that we are part of a whole picture. And this is a way to pay homage to that. In addition, our ancestors who have created the 7 sciences, there hasn't been any new sciences created, since then have been expounded upon. Metaphysically, this is to also talk about how, in addition to us being as one, it represents there's earth, there's life, there's water, there's fire. My words can be considered fire because of the breath, right? So that's why we also have to be careful with what we say and how we say things. So with that, I will say a prayer. Appreciate all the sides, north, south, east, and west, and maybe an Orisha or two with something that I hold near and dear, which is elements of an essence of God as a whole, because we're not monolithic people. And so once I finish my prayer, I will ask for you to be thinking about those who have helped you get to this spot, who are now angels we know, right? It doesn't matter if it's just one generation away. Say their name, and I'll pour water and say Ashe. So let's do a practice. So I pour, I say Ashe. 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 So, Ibashe. Ifa, Ibashe, God, Ibashe. I give thanks to the north, the south, the east, and the west. May our guidance come from all those places. I ask that you continue to be here with us and guide us. Be the angels that we do know, those known and unknown. Please continue to help us, guide us in our purpose path. With that, I want to say I appreciate all the opportunities that we've had to connect here today. Let us continue to flow like water. Let us be able to continue to look at each other and be able to flow like water, be in unison so that we can continue to uplift each other. And with that, I say Ashe. Ashe. I'm going to call my mother, Latricia Thomas. And with that, I say Ashe. Ashe. I welcome calling from the audience if you so choose. Ashe. 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 Ashe and Ashe. 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 And with that, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys holding each other up, and I look forward to how we continue to grow together. And I say Ashe.
Thank you, Tarasha, for that beautiful libation. Our ancestors play the best, most instrumental part as we continue to progress and move forward in this country, as things is always changing, but we got to stick together. So the next part of the program, we got the Black National Anthem, and we're going to call up Angel Michelle. So please give it up for her.
Hello, everybody. What a blessing to be here. Congratulations to the graduates. Hey, hey. See you at the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Okay? All right. If you know it, go ahead and sing along, all right? Lift every voice and sing. You know what? I'm actually going to pause because I saw somebody standing up. And we're supposed to stand up for them. And I'm sorry. If everyone could stand. Thank you. My apologies. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. All right. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. Excuse me. You're not giving me a break in between. You're not giving me that 4-measure break. You just hopping right back into it, ain't you? You're not giving me no time to breathe. All right. All right. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over a path that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our way through the blood of the slaughter. Whew. Out of the gloomy past till now we stand at last. Of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, God who has brought us thus far on our way, God who has by thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever on the path, I pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we need thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Y'all heard that last verse, right? True to our God, true to our native land, right? That's what we do. Woo! Woo! Make some noise, make some more noise, man. We gotta keep lifting us up, man. We gotta keep lifting us up. So the next person I'm gonna call up here is our guest speaker. He's been doing such a phenomenal work. He's been an inspiration to myself, so many of y'all in this room. He does such a phenomenal work and just continues to inspire us in his health and fitness journey. I want to bring up Chakundi Salisbury. Make some noise for Chakundi.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, look at my man. Okay, I see you. Well, man, it is a blessing to be here. Thank you guys for coming out on this day to celebrate our people and celebrate what we do. We are our biggest fans and biggest supporters, and we can do nothing without our community, right? And time and time again, history has shown us where we, some of us have lost that path and thought that they could move on without their community. And we've been graceful enough to take them back. But that's what we do, right? We move in grace, right? So again, for those that don't know me, my name is Chakundi Salisbury, and my name means God is above. It's a Nigerian name, Ashe. And so, yeah, a little bit about me. I'm here from Seattle, and a son of the Central District, as many, as some of us in here are. And I, of course, went to Garfield High School. I attended, don't hate, I attended Elizabeth City State University in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, where I got my degree in computer science. And currently, I'm back here in Seattle, and I've been working on behalf of community in many ways. But what I wanted to talk a little bit about today is normalizing Black excellence, right? It's so great for you guys to be, especially the graduates here, to be going out in the era where we have gotten that back. And some people would say, well, it never left. Right, but there's most certainly a time in my lifetime, as I march on into my 50s here, when we did. We said we were Black and we were proud, and that was a thing. And we didn't mind saying it. We had afros, we had T-shirts, we had James Brown telling us I'm Black and I'm proud. Say it loud, right? And we talked about, you know, we didn't say Black excellence, if you will, but we had those terms. And then throughout the 80s, you know, and then into the 90s and crack and everything else that kind of happened and beat us down, you know, we went from, you know, shows that lifted a Black family and lifted up scholarship and lifted up us being our best selves to things that talk about, to what do they call it, the, you know, the reality show era. Right, and where we celebrate negativity. We celebrate not being excellent, right? The lack of excellence, right? We celebrate drama. We celebrate fights on TV in the World Star era, right? And so, you know, we've come a long way. And what I'm saying, though, is not to bring you down, but to bring you up when I say that, right? When I talk about the fact that you are the arbiters, the new arbiters of Black excellence, right? And you are coming into your own, into community, into workplaces and institutions where it is normal to wear a T-shirt that says Black excellence. You don't have to feel as though you're a rebel, right? And you've got this black fist and you're gonna show the man, right? This is something that we all can do now. We have normalized Black excellence. And I say that in the best way. And trust me, if anybody knows who my mother is, we've always been excellent, right? Right? And I'm referring to Mother Reverend Harry Walden as my mother, right? So I want you to stay with me here when I say that as a student myself, and along my personal timeline, I would say, and everybody doesn't have to agree with me, but we had some darker times, right? Especially crack and everything else. And It wasn't commonplace to see a Black and I'm Proud t-shirt or Black Excellence Proud or I'm rooting for everybody Black, right? I mean, and there was a time, and that was just even 15 years ago, right? But now, as you young graduates are ready to go out into the workplace for the graduates leaving college and for the younger ones that are going off into their classrooms, you can go into we in fact have an opportunity here for you to go into your classrooms now, being your complete self, being proud of yourself, saying that I am in fact representing Black excellence, right? And we have an opportunity to let teachers know, educators, and folks that are not of our community, that I'm here to learn. And that's what Black excellence means, right? And then what I would say, and like I said, some might disagree with me, is that as recent as 20 years ago, 25 years ago, in the 80s and the 90s, if you had anything kind of Black on, it was like, I'm here to make trouble for you, white teacher, right? And that's what it is, right? And so I'm not saying that to attack white teachers and the like. I'm just kind of keeping it real, is that this collective energy, whether it's the pandemic, George Floyd, us finding this reemergence, if you will, of Black pride in ourselves, right? And it was never gone, I know, I know, but I'm just saying that on a national level, we have more students ever going, in the last 2 years, HBCU enrollment has exploded, right? We have students from institutions, large institutions like Florida State and Auburn, transferring to Jackson State to play for a small Black college in Mississippi. So it's not just me, there is something going on, right? Okay, and while some of us most certainly have always wanted to be as Black as we could be, right? And I know a couple right there, right? But I would say that society is moving, the meter has moved significantly towards Black is beautiful, Black is smart, Black is excellence, Black is educated, right? And Black is greatness, right? We see this as many of our cultures and things that we do culturally are consistently appropriated. We know that, right? But even more so, I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, which was founded in 1914. But we see many white-lettered organizations stepping and strolling now, right? So it's not just the water, right? And so I say all of this at this time, right, is to remind our graduates what an amazing time it is to be in school, right? What an amazing time it is to graduate and step into the workplace, right? Where you can actually go in there and be authentically you. You can be Black, you can be proud, right? And I always have to slap my hand when I'm talking to young people like yourselves, because I come, unfortunately, but I'll own it, I come from the code switch era, right? And I most certainly know how to code switch at work. And I've done that for 25 years. I work for the city of Seattle, right? And it's got me by, it's allowed me to provide for my family and make an amazing life for myself. But every time that I've been in a meeting, with white coworkers, and whether it's implicit or what's the other one? It's implicit or explicit bias, right? Whether they meant to do it or they didn't, or they did it subconsciously, right? The microaggressions, right? Yeah, right. The microaggressions and all of that, and part of me harkens, and I say, you know what? Wouldn't it be nice to just be able to come in here and be myself and do my job, and not have to worry about these people stabbing me in the back or holding me back from a promotion? Just let me do my job like anybody else and get what I deserve, you know, and if I've done a great job, then give me my promotion, right? Or give me my raise, or whatever that is for folks, or whatever they're striving towards. But when you come from that code switch era, you have to not necessarily be yourself. So I'm saying all of these things, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited, right? Because I see young people. I go down to South Lake Union, and I see folks, young black people, walking into Google and Facebook and all of these companies, and they got on I'm rooting for everybody black shirt, going to work. And I said, wow, that is dope. That is dope. So I'm so excited for you guys today. And what I would say is, you know, as I come to a close here in a minute, what I would say is that while we most certainly, and now I'm harking back, you can tell I'm old, right? What I would say is while we most certainly want to be unapologetically black in ourselves and say it loud and be proud, we also want to remember to consistently go the extra mile, right? And as a manager, I hear it so much from our people oftentimes, where they say, well, the white guy, he was late. How come you on me, right? We cannot, just because we can go in these places authentically and be ourselves and speak with conviction, does not mean that we should lower our bar, right? I was raised to be 10 times better, right? Anybody that's watched Hidden Figures or any of those kinds of movies, that's the generation that those people that we stand upon. And that's why we're able to go and do these things, right? And what I would say is we most certainly don't want to lose some of those qualities, right? Just because we can do and say and be who we want to be doesn't mean that we stoop to do the things that other people do, right? We know that excellence is doing what you say you're going to do, right? Excellence is being on time or 10 minutes early. We've all heard that, right? Excellence is going the extra mile, right? And not saying, oh, well, you know, that's good enough, right? And these are all things that's the other part of black excellence, right? Black excellence is proud. We're proud of ourselves, and we're amazing. But the other part of excellence is actually being excellent, right? And that is something that I encourage you to keep. Obviously, you have been excellent. That's why you're here today. You're a graduate. You made it, right? So you crossed that finish line. So you know what excellence is about. And I realize that I'm preaching to the choir, right? But it still has to be said, is that excellence is just that. It's going that extra mile and not settling when you're tired at your desk or you're doing your homework. You say, you know what, that's good enough. It'll be cool. I'll just go ahead, and I know that I got a B and I'm a few points from getting an A, but I'm tired. I'm going to bed, right? Excellence is going that extra mile. And I think that's part of what we don't necessarily talk about as much. We most certainly talk about the pride and being excellence at all times, but we want to be extra excellent, right? So what I say, right, and why I bring this up is I've run a lot of youth programs over the years, and I have so many young people that come into my program. And, you know, I encourage them to be on time. I encourage them to go the extra mile, be excellent. Leave no stone unturned, that's what my mama would say, right? And it just irks me when I get the response back, well, you didn't say nothing when the white dude was late, or when the white dude didn't park the truck right, or when the white dude, I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to you, right? And is that your bar that you set yourself for? That's the question that I say to people. I say, so is that your bar? Is your bar is the laziest person here, and since they didn't do it, you're gonna set your bar to them? No, you're not gonna set your bar to them. And I'm not gonna let you set your bar to them. I'm gonna say something to you about it, okay? Well, you know, and so, you know, what I would say again is I'm here to uplift you and empower you and celebrate you today, because again, you are in fact the choir. You are our graduates. You are the people we're celebrating. We are celebrating you and your excellence and your path forward. And it's amazing to me, and I get so excited again because I know that your whole life is in front of you, right? And the other thing that I would say is that as we continue to be excellent and we continue to have our own bar, we create our own moral compass, not what the next person is doing. The other thing that I would add in is that, again, we are here on the shoulders of others. And one of my favorite quotes, and I probably will get it wrong because I didn't put it in here, but one of my favorite quotes is when Dr. Martin Luther King says, you know, life's greatest pursuit, or greatest, most pressing question is, what are you doing in the service of others, right? What are you doing for other people? So I would encourage you, as you go off into the next stage of your life, and whether it's your new job, you graduated from college, or your next school, and you're focused up into that next grade level, and you're focused on yourself and what you can do and your own goals, carve out some time to ask yourself, what am I doing for other people where I'm not getting nothing from that, right? I mean, it's one thing to kind of, work some angles like, okay, that's a win-win. I'm gonna help you and it helps me too. And I guess I would say is that whenever you help somebody, you're always helping yourself because it helps your spirit. But legitimately, what are you doing in service of others? Where do you volunteer? How do you give back, right? Where is that happening in your life? You don't need to tell me. That's really a conversation for yourself, but acknowledging that we are standing on the shoulders of our elders, as they talked about in the libations. And those are the folks that got us here, and they sacrificed for us. And so the question is, as we move forward in our excellence and joy and new jobs and cars and everything, trips with our bestie, how are we being of service to our community? And I know that you guys will answer that question to yourself in an amazing way. You are the next generation. You are our brightest. We sending you out into the world to represent us. And I couldn't be prouder. My name is Shikundi Salisbury, and I thank you for having me today.
I'll let Chun come after that. Man, one thing that stuck with me was the word excellence. That word is powerful. One of the things that my grandma always taught me was like, in this world, you can speak life, you can speak death. So, you be mindful about what you say to people, what you say to yourself, because you're speaking what can happen to you, what can happen in the future, and what else is gonna happen whatever time comes. So always be mindful about what you say and what you put into the world, what you put in the universe and the atmosphere. So just want to make sure I let y'all say that because y'all my family. So I appreciate that. But before Kun heads out, man, we gotta say 3 I am excellence for Kun, because that was phenomenal. So on the count of 3, we're gonna say I am excellence. So we're gonna count down. We're gonna say 3 of them. All right. So 1, 2, 3. I am excellence. Excellence. I am excellence. You guys are phenomenal. So for the next speaker, we're gonna bring up is G'day Dee Adenoom. If you would like to come down, Dee.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. First of all, congratulations to all the graduates. Congratulations, and good to see all of you. I know some of you, but good to see y'all. So So I'm just going to speak a little bit of, touch on based, going to piggy bank on what he said. Most of my conversation is going to take is on being able to be passionate about who you are and where you're going, whatever that may be, still finishing grade school or graduating to college to attending Workville. So I know everybody's dreams and interests are different in life, but never give up, and some things does change through the process. We have many dreams and interests, but as time goes, it helps you define what that interest and passion is, right? So keep pressing, keep going. You're always going to learn new things along the way, and sometimes things even might not be clear. Just know that in the African proverbs, there's a thing that says, as Africans, we are life learners, so we'll never stop learning. So even though you might be finished graduating, going to the work field, there's always something you're going to be learning about life. There's always something you're going to know and adventure about yourself and others, or new interests. So keep that in mind. And to Biggie Bank, and what the brother says before is always also to go looking back, like the Sankofa bird says, to look back. How do I serve my community? Am I loud? How do I serve my community with the skills that I earn? Not just only my family, but how do I encompass my community? How do we build Africatown to be this beautiful Africatown we would like for us to see, right? And that's reaching back and going back. Besides our 9-to-5 jobs that keep us so compacted in our own little world, zoomed in, sometimes we have to zoom out to see our community, to connect with our community and build our community. So don't forget, with your passion and dreams, make sure to reach back into your community. Make sure to build with your people, to build the community that you want to see. We talk about Black excellence. We want to see Black City again. And that can't happen without not us coming together, serving together, loving together, feeding each other. This used to be back in the days. You guys remember there used to be dance halls? This used to be packed back in the days. And there's a reason for that, many reasons for that, but let's not forget that history. Let's not forget that story. And you guys are dependent based on your education and your skills, how our community displays into the world. So remember, congratulations to you all. Congratulations, class 2022. Remember to bring back to the bigger table with your skills and passion. Go class 22. The world is depending on you.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Go class 2022. The world's depending on you. You heard her. You heard her here first. Hey, so make sure y'all get props to Dee Dee for that. So we're gonna keep it pushing. We almost through the program before we call up our graduates. I know y'all want to see that. So the next person I want to bring up is Mahogany Purpose, and she's gonna be doing a poem for us. So make some noise for her.
First thing I'd like to do is ask all the graduates to stand up, please. Graduates, stand up. Can we give these graduates a round of applause? And graduates, turn around, do a nice 360, feel the love, turn around, spin around, quit playing with me. We'll stand here until it's done. This is you, we're celebrating you, we're here for you. Yes, receive the love. Come on, come on. You are the results of so many prayers, so many hopes, so many wishes and dreams. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Okay, let me stop. I'm so excited for you. I just had to say that. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. And I just want to ask God that something I say lands with you today. I don't know if it'll be of worth or value, but I hope something hits. And if it doesn't resonate today, maybe next week, month, year, I don't know. But just something. So please have a seat and settle in. Thank you. And that program lied because I'm reading two things, but they're really brief. The first one is like this. You are loved. Because I have this loudspeaker, I'm choosing to tell you, you are loved. Graduates, stand tall because you are children of the greatest of all. Don't be blinded by the darkness, consumed by rage and shame. Anoint yourself with oil daily. Oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, whatever your preference is. And gird your waist. You are brilliant, compassionate, and possess wisdom beyond your days. You are unshakable, irreplaceable, and beautiful and unbreakable. Made in the likeness of God, woman came from you, and child from her womb. You see, it all started with you. Know your roots. It's only fitting that it end the same, so stand up and take your place. At the head, never the tail. At the top, never the bottom. Not to be forgotten because you are the apple of her eye. You see, there's a word that says, blessed are the poor and blessed are those who mourn. So don't be surprised, brothers and sisters and others, that your crown may come with thorns. Thank you. You are Dr. King, Rosa, Medgar, Malcolm, Marcus, Maya, Asada, Angela, Nipsey. Your works are the Miseducation, Du Bois, Lauryn Hill, Invisible Man, Roots. You are Eunice, who the world knew as Nina. That's Nina Simone. Her name was Eunice, y'all. Nat King, sleeping in the colored only. Drinking out of the colored only. Nat Turner, Uncle Nat, Emmett, Eric Trayvon. You are political prisoners, Pac. You are living a legacy you cannot see because you are in time. Actively carrying the torch, building to the handoff, growing roots deep, deep back and far, far forward. Graduates, you are the messenger sent to shake the future. Awake, awake, awake. I have to harness this energy or I'll go crazy, but I just want to say, graduates, you are already beautiful, and all you have to do is create. Thank you.
Y'all heard that. You just gotta awaken your power. Right now? Okay. All right, y'all. So y'all probably know who this guy is. This right here is my brother. I love this man. This my brother Elijah. You know, our mentor was supposed to be here, but we don't know where he at, but we're gonna step in for him. Yeah, he's here in spirit, you know. We gotta give it up for White King, because without him, we would not be in this building. We would not be here. So he brought us together. So we gotta make sure that we always say and give our props to White King and Omari, because that's where the soil came from. So, so me and my brother, you know, we want to share some words to the graduates, man, about just staying and sticking to the purpose. I got. You want me to start? Or you want to start?
You can start.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. So I already started. So, look, man. Everything, you know, after you graduate, it's not always may as go as planned. I'm 25, and I took an interesting route to like where I am today. So I graduated high school. Went to go play football in North Dakota. I came back home, got into trade school, went into an electrical apprentice. Did that for about a year, stopped that, and started my own business with Sprout, and with my brother, with his help, but, coming to Black Dot. And I didn't know what my life was gonna be, like how it was gonna be. But I knew I'd always be in my community. I knew that was something that I was very passionate about. I love being in my community and helping people that look just like me, whatever way it was. Last, I'd say about a year and a half ago, I became the Rainier Beach Economic Development Manager. So now I manage the whole entire Rainier Beach community with small businesses and real estate developments, stuff that's going on there. So if you see Rainier Beach changing, I have some ties to it, and I'm managing that and trying to make sure that we can do everything that we can as possible. But the reason why I say is you may not know what your path might be is because I did all of that without having a college degree. But now I'm going back to school. Just like you guys. I'm going to Alabama A&M, but it's at HBCU and studying urban planning. But it's about the journey, right? I'm in my mid-20s, and I want to go back to school. I found out what I love to do, right? And so as time was going and just moving, I was figuring out what I liked and what I didn't like. I didn't want to. My first job, I was in a restaurant. Like I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not doing that. But like as I was just kept trying different things, I found my niche. I found being in the community, helping youth, being a part of events, curating, talking real estate, making sure like people have the opportunity to be in spaces to create, because those are things that we need, especially in Washington, where it's majority of the time it's raining 9 months out the year. We need space to cohabitate as our people, as a community. And so I wanted to be very passionate and intentional about what I wanted to study. And all of that came to this being who I am in the community, starting my own business and having all these various different programs and successes, and being a candidate for Seattle Visionary of the Year and all these different accolades and things like that. But it's all about just trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, and always attempting. I try not to say try, because if you try, you're probably not going to do it. So I try to take that out of my vocabulary. That's one thing that I stick to, but that's a little bit about my story. But I also wanted to bring up my brother, Elijah, because he has a phenomenal story too. And he has so much inspiration because he inspires me. And, we're in the same age range as you guys. You guys are our peers, You guys look up to us, and we can learn from you guys, and you guys can learn from us. And that's why we're here, is because we don't want you guys to look at us as we are adults, but look at us as like a big brother, or like somebody that you can just talk to. We don't want to be looked at as your parents. We want to make sure that we're steering you guys in the right direction, and we're helping you guys go to the right direction, finding your passion, finding what you love to do, and making sure that you exuberate it to the best ability, and that you can profit off of your skill set when you go into your industry or whatever that you want to do. So with that, let Elijah go ahead and tell him.
I'm gonna take this. Ooh, it's a little loud. So yeah, I literally did not have nothing prepared. I'm just gonna say that before I even get into anything. But I love it though, because then it allows me to be able to be real with y'all, right? Y'all don't, I didn't have time to just think about what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna be genuinely honest with y'all, right? So first and foremost, I'm gonna start out with who I am and where I came from. So I always grew up in Seattle. Most of my life I've grown up in Seattle. Actually, all my life I literally have never really left outside of Washington for too long. I think maybe 2 weeks tops is as much as I've been out, but this is home. Majority of my life, though, I wasn't able to live inside of Seattle. A lot of that had to do with gentrification, right? A lot of that had to do with, really the weed and seed tactics, the predatory, ways and strategies that they, isolate certain, communities and the crime in communities and the poverty levels in communities and all these other things that, my mom really looked at the East Side and was like, look, if we're gonna live in affordable housing, if we're gonna live in shelters and all these other things, well, shoot, we might as well live in the best shelters. The best affordable housing, and, for those who have experienced that, it's like you see the East Side, you could be living lavish, But I love her for that, you know what I mean? Because even I remember living in a shelter, not even realizing that was a shelter. I remember just going and getting my donuts, you know what I mean? And being able to, the bed came out the wall, but that was pretty cool, right? Like this is just a new apartment. Like I don't realize I was so young. I was probably like 4 years old, But I just want to say, like, I had a lot of narratives that were put on me, right? Not just in the school districts, right? But also at home, right? I was a bad, quote unquote, bad kid. And I remember being 8 years old and I was talking to a friend of mine's mom and she goes, what do you like to do? What do you do for fun and all this? I'm like, I'll be grounded, you know what I mean? I'll be at home. I'm not allowed to go outside, all this, I usually be just in trouble. And she looked at me and she goes, why are you always in trouble? I said, I'm bad, She goes, you're bad? I was like, yeah, I'm just a bad kid. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. And she looked at me and she paused, and I'm like looking at her because everywhere else is like, oh, you bad? Like they just kind of really usually feed into that, right? But she looked at me and she was like, let me tell you something. She was like, there's no such things as bad kids. There's no such things as bad kids. She said, there's really only such thing as bad parenting. And I looked at her and I was puzzled, and this woman wasn't even black, all right? She was Asian community, wasn't even necessarily from my community, so I'm looking at her like, what do you know? You know what I mean? I know I'm bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here defending it, right? Because this is a narrative that has been put in my life, right? All of my life, and whether it was schools, whether it was at home, this was just what I believed, right? And fast forward to being like 12 years old, because I still literally never really got it, 12, 13, 14, I would say, still getting into trouble, still really just being a vessel of my emotions, I'll say that, right? Really just a vessel of my emotions. And when I say that, I mean, you can think about riding a horse, right? And if you don't guide the horse, if there's no saddle and no, I don't even know the harness, rein, right? I'm not a horse rider, okay? This is not what I do. But if you think about riding it, I've rode a horse one time before, and you gotta bring it somewhere. If you don't, you'll go out of control. The horse will go where it wants to go, right? And that's kind of like your emotions. Your emotions will always take you to where they want to go. And what happens is that you'll go through life and you'll wonder why you end up in these places. A lot of times there's circles, right? You just get stuck there, right? And you'll be seeing the same people, the same environments, the same situations. You're like, why am I here right now? I've seen this before. I've said this before. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm here again. Like, what the heck? And you have to self-reflect and come to a point where you check yourself and say, what am I doing to get back here? What do I need to learn? Why am I here right now, right? So I'll say 12, 13, 15 years old. I didn't really get that part in my life. I'm still just, blowing up out of control in my emotions and all these things. And I remember I ended up going to Renton High School. And one of the securities officers, I don't know if anyone's at Renton, but Cheatham, if everybody knows, it's Cheatham, Mr. Cheatham. I got kicked out of my class, and he was like, you're doing everything that the teacher wants you to do. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I just cussed this teacher out. I'm sure she didn't want to get cussed out. You know what I mean? And he said, no, she probably wanted you to cuss her out. I'm like, what? You sound crazy, And he goes, no, because now she don't got to deal with you. Now you're not in her class. Now you're in ISI. You're in detention. Whose life is really being affected by this, right? You're separated from your peers. You're not learning anything. Guess what? You're probably not going to graduate on time, right? You're messing up your life. Her, on the other hand, she's still getting paid. She gets her check, and now she don't have to deal with you. And when I listen, I'm like, dang, like, I didn't even really know how to process this. I'm going through life like I'm getting my power back by cussing her out. You know what I mean? This is how I'm getting my power, because I was unempowered. And me being bad about my whole entire life, this is just who I was. And this is how I was sticking it to the man, in a way. You know what I mean? And so, in this point in my life, I realized I was giving my power away. You know? And a lot of, especially kids who look like us, we think that we're empowered by doing the things that we're doing, but we're really giving our power away. We're really not getting educated. We're becoming disempowered. We're allowing other people, our emotions and other things to control everything about us and how we live, how we grow up in our environment, right? And so it's crazy, because even though this was a part of my life where I was just like, I kind of got it, but it actually took me to get arrested, right? And I'm gonna just be straight with y'all. It took me to get arrested and be in pretty much Spruce Street, which is right around the corner from here. I was about 15 years old. And at this time, like, I had got kicked out of my house. I was, living this same type of mentality of just like wanting always the newest things, you know what I mean? My mom didn't have that, the money to buy the newest pair of Jordans. We was going to Payless on Rainier, okay? That's where I was getting my shoes. We was going down the street to Dearborn Goodwill, you know what I mean? Look, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. You know Converse. Everybody, who knows Converse in this room? This is how broke my family was, right? And mind you, I'm the youngest, which means I'm the spoiled one. So I'm the spoiled broke, Which means my mama goes to Walmart, and she gonna buy the Airwalks. That's the spoil, I'm to get the new shoes, right? I didn't get my brother's shoes. I'm getting the new Airwalks. And I would hope and pray that ain't nobody looked at that second line and caught, that these aren't Converse, and I had to pull my jeans just a little bit down. So nobody seen the Airwalk sign. Everybody just look at the Converse, because I'm trying to fit in. I'm broke. You know what I mean? I don't got nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to show people what I'm going through, because I'm already getting bullied. You know what I mean? And so I was like, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to go out with my friends, and I'm going to go hit. I'm going to go steal. I'm going to go get all the things that I ever wanted to wear that I could never wear, so I could fit in. I could stop getting bullied. You know what I mean? I can just be like everybody else, right? For once in my life, I just want to be the normal kid that don't have to get gas for wearing Fila shoes. Before, Champion was $50, $60, $150. Now it's the trend, right? When things become the trend, now they're in. I had to actually, I was forced to wear this. That's why I still rock Champion. I ain't paying those prices, but I'm still rocking them. But anyways, I don't want to take all your guys' time. But all I got to say is, it really took to this point in my life when, I'm sleeping literally, like I couldn't sleep that night. And I was like, dang, I'm over here trapped, It's like, I don't want to live this life like that. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to prove everybody who ever said anything negative about me right. You know what I mean? That would really, I got too much pride for that. I got too much ego for that. Like, I ain't gonna let them be right. You know what I mean? And if that was the only reason why I was gonna do it at that time, shoot, well, I thank God, because it was able to get me out of that situation. And really, it was the look on my mom's face when I seen her the next day, because she did leave me in there overnight on purpose, right? But I'm still her baby. So she came out, but I seen the tears in her eyes, and she's just bawling, And I'm like, you know what? I'm done making my mama cry. You know what I mean? I'm done, So from that point on, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till I turn 16. I waited till I turned 16. I got 3 jobs, right? And I did what I had to do to make sure my money was straight so I could get that Chrysler 300, right? Which I got that Chrysler. I was in school, it wasn't the perfect path, right? But I did what I had to do. And, but I never faltered from that path, right? And so looking back in my life, you know, I was able to start guiding my pathway from this point on. And so I wanted to kind of tell you who I was, right, and give you an idea of my story before I give you the accolades and all that kind of stuff, because I wasn't always this person, you know what I mean? I want to be real with y'all first, but right now I'm actually an entrepreneur. So I own 3 businesses. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. My first business was a cleaning company. I worked it up from a residential cleaning company to now it's a commercial cleaning company. I have a team. I have an operations manager. You know, those are the most important things, is being able to communicate and bring people, really show people the vision, right? And give them something to really follow and be able to bring your folks with you. You know what I mean? You want to be able to make sure that your squad is paid, you know? I have a Flourish Financial Group, which is a financial service firm, right? I do that with my bro, Nico. He has a temp agency. And then I also have an entertainment company, and so I'm actually doing the Othello Marketplace tomorrow, so you can come and see what that's about too, right? And I think one of the most important things in my life that I was able to do really was be a part of Africatown, right? I'll say that. And I'll end with this, is like really going through all these places, I didn't really have a community, you know, a community that supported me, a community that looked like me, a community that loved me and cared about me and was able to just be there for me, right? And, you know, meeting Mara, meeting White King, meeting Curtis, and the plethora of others, because Brooke, you was there too. I was in your fashion show at Beach. I don't know if you remember. You know what I mean? Like, so many others that literally started to really breathe life into me and showcase what a black professional looks like and how they walk and how they talk and how there's a community in Seattle, you know what I mean, where I felt like my community abandoned me. They brought me in, you know what I mean, and showed me where I needed to be today. So that's all I gotta say.
Thank you, thank you. Hey, I know y'all could get a little bit louder for my brother, man. That's my guy right there, man. That is my guy. He does a lot of the behind-the-scenes work for a lot of things, man, and continuously inspires. I see his impacts on so many people's lives, like in our community, our friend group. Like, you see this guy, he's gonna be up there one day. He's gonna be somebody that you for surely need to know. And I'm glad that, you know, he's part of my community. He's always with me, and he's always with us, you know, so make sure that you guys always say what's up to Elijah. All right, so before we start bringing up our graduates, we want to go ahead and bring up Mr. White King Garrett himself. Go ahead and make some noise. He's going to say a few words for us.
Well, peace, good afternoon. How's everybody feeling? Yeah, peace. We're talking about positive education, activating constant elevation. That's what this is celebrating. So I just want to say congratulations to all the graduates, and to the families, the parents, and the village that have supported them to get to this place. You know, we need you. I'm gonna keep this short because I know y'all been getting lectures all year. Y'all ready for, you know, let's get outside. So keep it short, but we have to let you know that from Africatown, you know, which is about building thriving black communities, having the spaces where we can be our greatest selves, our best selves, our most beautiful selves, our most brilliant selves. We need y'all. We need you to understand that education is not an obligation. It's not something that you just have to do. It's something that you get to do. And education is about getting the skills so that you can first survive and stay alive, but then so that you can thrive, right? That's what education is about. It's about bringing out what's in you, tapping into what's in you. You go into buildings, you go to other people, and they can help you bring out what's naturally in you. They're not putting anything in you. They're bringing out the greatness, the beauty, the brilliance that's already in you, the genius that's in you. And we need that. Right? And so it's not about going to school to get a job. It's about going to school to get skills and knowledge that can help you, again, survive and then thrive, to help you build the life that you want, to help you build a better future for your families and for our communities and for the world that we live in. You have that power. No one else on this planet has greater power than you. We all get the same 24 hours every day. And what you do with it is gonna show you what you can do, right? And it's unlimited. That means infinite, the possibilities. We don't even know what you're gonna do yet. We only can imagine, right? And so that's what we want you to do. Get those skills, but not just to get a job, to work and build somebody else's company, somebody else's family name, wealth, right? But to get those skills to come back to build your own family and your own community, because we need you. If we're not going to do it for ourselves, then who's going to do it for us? No one is coming to save us. We're looking to you to give us a path to the future, because without you, there is no future. So that's to the graduates, you know, and I just want to say, you know, a dream without a plan is a fantasy, kind of far from reality. But a dream with a plan is a vision that is only waiting to come into reality based on your work and your dedication. So dream big, dream with your eyes open, and please go out and be great on purpose every day. Go and shine bright, and then bring some of that light back to our communities so that Africatown can grow, not just here in Seattle, but wherever we are. We need to make that the best place. They say Mecca is where you make it. The best place is wherever you stand, take root, grow, bloom, flourish. So, you know, it's beautiful to see graduates like Elijah, who was just here. He was on this stage graduating in 2018, and he's gone on to do tremendous things, you know, shining in the community. And we see every single one of you as a seed that's just waiting to bloom. So thank you, congratulations. Let's celebrate, you know, and know that the journey and the marathon continues. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, White King, for that. So it's the moment of the hour. So I'm gonna have all the graduates come on this side of me. Please, if you guys could stand up and come to the right side of me. You guys gonna stand over there. All right. Hey, make some noise for these graduates over here, you guys. It's our community, man. They're gonna do some phenomenal things. So I'm gonna call you guys up. Come on. Sorry. Okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. So, the first person that we want to say, what? Oh, hold on. Intermission. Time out. Come here. One at a time. So, the first person we want to say. All right, so give it up for Jashiri Johnson, graduating from the 8th grade from South Shore K through 8. You know what school you're going to next year? And he'll be going to Summit High School next year. So make sure you support Jashiri. Oh, stay up here, Jashiri. So just stand to the side. Or come on this side. We'll line up behind me. Okay, so the next person we got is Azan Johnson. Next graduate, graduating from South Shore K through 8, and he wants to be in computer programming. Yes, sir. We got some techs in here, Black and Tech, Black and Tech. And he'll be attending Summit next year as well. Hello. What's your... All right, so the next graduate we got is Kiori Naomi. Make sure y'all make some noise for her. She's graduating from Garfield High School, so all the Bulldogs in the house, come on. She'll be attending Seattle Central Community College next year. And she's looking to get into business administration. So we got some entrepreneurs. Connection, Black Dot. Thank you. Okay, come on. All right, and the next graduate we got is Rachel Bryant. Make some noise for Rachel. She's graduating from Garfield High School. She's interested in art and music, and that's one of her passions. She don't really know what else she's gonna do. What do you plan to study in college? And she's going to Seattle Central next year. So if y'all see her on campus, make sure you throw up the G's and say, keep going. Whoa. Yes, sir. My brother, Damari. The Miracle Muse. So make sure you get some props from my boy right here. He's phenomenal. He's next up. So the Miracle, he graduated from Albert Talley High School in Skyway. He does a lot of different things. He's a phenomenal artist. He got some music coming, music, business, entrepreneur right now. You know, he's trying to do his thing. So make sure y'all support him in the community. So make sure y'all give him a round of applause for the Muse. Yes, sir. Another Garfield Bulldog. Make some noise. Very good. So the next graduate we got is a Johnny Wilson Darajan. Graduated from Garfield, and he wants to be a psychologist, and he's going to South Seattle next year. So make sure that y'all give it up, and he would like to get some mentorship on his writing skills. So, hey, I got you. I gave you my card. All right, next, who's next? Woo! Noise. So next we got Jelani Wilson Darja. Make some noise for Jelani. He's graduating from the 5th grade. He's going to middle school next year. He graduated from Satori Elementary, and he would like to seek some mentorship in building a business. So we got some young entrepreneurs up in here, man. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Gonna make some noise for these young people. Next. Woo! With the silk graduation. So we want to give it up for Dallas Lamar. Make some noise for Dallas. Dallas is graduating from Evergreen Elementary, and he'll be going into kindergarten. Oh, first grade. I apologize. So he's going into 1st grade next year. So make sure y'all give it up to Dallas and continue his endless support. Okay. We got 2 more. Drum roll, please. The superstar himself, Wally. So we got Wally Garrett. Make some noise for Wally, man. Look at that boy up there. He graduated from the 5th grade. He's in the art and computers. He's an artist in the computers. So make sure y'all continue to support Wally and his endeavors and all these graduates up here. And we got one more. One more. Yeah, make some noise, make some noise. All right, and our last graduate is Danietta Sanford. Make some noise for Danietta. She graduated from Seattle Central College with an associate's, right? In teaching degree. So we got some teachers, and we need more black teachers educating our youth in our communities and our school systems. And she just got accepted into the bachelor's programs for the University of Washington. I wish I had a siren up here. You know, we're going up, man. We are going up. We're doing a fantastic job, hey. So if y'all can line up, make some noise for all these graduates up here. All right, so we're gonna do a raffle. Somebody's gonna win something up here. I'm gonna have to come this way. Hold up. I'm gonna have to come this way. Hold up. Let's see. So, close my eyes. Close my eyes. All right, let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. All right, so the lucky winner is. Oh, number 3.
Number 3, all right.
Who has a number 3?
As a graduate, you all have a raffle number.
I mean, I got mine in my hand.
Who got number 3?
You already are here to win, so somebody fill out your number.
Yeah, y'all, if you need to grab your raffle numbers, go ahead. Hey, I wish they had that little theme music. Hey, we having a blast, y'all.
All right, going one.
Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. So who got number 3? Let me know if you got 3. Nobody got 3? All right. All right, let's see. My eyes are closed. 7. Who got 7? Woo! Congratulations. So we got 2 more, right? So we got 2 more prizes. Let's see who gets it. Number 4. 4? Any 4s? Anybody got a 4? Yeah, y'all supposed to look at your car.
I got my ticket.
Okay.
Really?
All right. We're gonna skip past. All right, let's see. 6. Woo! That's Ronnie. You got 6. Yes, sir. Congratulations. All right. We got one last one. Let's see who we got. All right. So the lucky number is 8. Woo! 8. Congratulations, all the graduates. You guys may If anybody of you guys want to take some pictures, please take them now while we're all on stage. If there's any family members that would like to take pictures with everybody while we're here, go ahead and take them. Yeah. Can we come in a little bit? Group picture?
I mean, it's still here, but it's over. Let's clarify.
Huh? Oh, yeah. You a teacher? You got a whole class now. We good? All right, you guys may go ahead. Oh, hold on. Why can't you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge the team that made this happen, the team from Africatown Center for Education and Innovation. Can we give a hand? Can we get Fanico, Glover, doing a lot, Tarasha, Sister Tarasha, where's Mara? Where's Mara? Come on down. Let's give, this is our first time out of the pandemic, right? So, we're going to keep this going because we want to come together, not just at funerals, right? We want to come together to celebrate the great things that are happening in our community and our young people. So let's give a hand to those that behind the scenes have been working to make this happen. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, so we're almost done with our program. However, we feel the need to recognize those that did reach out and register for a little bit of praise. So we also want to do honorable mentions for Tramila Davis, Anaya Glover, Latrez Goodwin, Rachel Griffin, Leasia Jones, Naomi Karori, Jameer Miller, Kadi Ning, Kayla Ross, Stars Simon, Rhoda Stickley, Najee Williams, and Ajani Wilson Daraja. Thank you so much for registering to participate. We would love for you guys to retire with us downstairs for our reception offering. We have shaved ice, we have catfish, we have chicken. We're gonna eat good today, because that's what we do. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our 2022 Black graduation. I think you can go out these doors down here to the left, down the stairway.